The race to the playoffs is ramping up as we hit the DDT International Speedway for the 6th race of the season. It is the NASCAR Discord 400 as we welcome you back to DDT International Speedway. Here's a look at the groupings for today's tournament. Of course, involve both drivers that did not qualify the last time that we were here, which was Steve and Woodpecker. We'll start, though, with Oak, who won the pole. Spitzer and Nugget, the other two. And Oak with an easy advancement here, followed by Spitzer and then Nugget. So they'll face off one-on-one as Oak moves on easily. Track has been the most dangerous to be a part of so far. No issues there, though. DDT International Speedway, of course, was the first and only time that we've had a caution involving Ramon Drizel way back when. And it looks like Nugget going to pull it out, and that will be the case. Nugget going to advance. An upset in group number 1. Let's have a look at the replay of it. Spitzer tried to initiate some contact. Did it again, kind of spun Nugget around, but just didn't have the speed. So the 25 eliminated here in this first heat will not advance. And it'll move us into our second grouping, Electro, Winks, and Jack Tato. Electro with a really strong run, especially considering a bit of a disappointing run from their teammate. But it will not be a win here as Winks is going to get it done and advance to the next round. The 13 holds on as the 93 was coming at the end. And Winks continues to make history. Winks is the only driver in NASMARB to not fail to advance past the group stage at all. Every single time, not only has they qualified for every race, but Winks has advanced at least through the first round every time, and they'll be joined by Electro with an easy win over Jack Tato. That's probably more of what you were expecting to see from those lower seeds struggling. That wasn't the case as Nugget knocked out Spitzer, but it is the case here. The 2 seed, despite not winning the first match, will go ahead and advance with an easy, pretty dominant win over Nugget there. So Electro into the next round. And that'll bring up now Sal, Streamer, and Mozilla. So Sal, high C, but a couple of tough competitors. And Streamer gets out to the lead, and Streamer going to pull away and take the win. Streamer did not do overly well, especially by Streamer's standards during the qualifying of this race. But once we actually get going, a pretty easy win there. And Sal able to hold on to what would have been second, although it really doesn't matter because now they've got to go one-on-one with the 66 and the 2. Mozilla out to the lead for the moment. A little bit of contact into the corner, and not getting out of the corner is the 66. Sal's going to get the win in advance. We'll get another look at it here. You can see right there into corner number 1 into the first turn. And all the way through the second turn, there was a lot of contact being made, not shying away from each other. And unfortunately for Mozilla, just couldn't get straight. And it turns out to be a costly mistake there. Ramon Drizel is the headliner of this group with Confetti and Murakami. All drivers struggling a little bit. Drizel comes across backwards, will advance. Murakami doesn't get out of the second turn there. We didn't have any DNFs during qualifying, first time that's ever happened. Which is shocking because this was the racetrack that had caused the most DNFs first time through the circuit. Got a couple in a row now here on some of these group stages, these group heats. So Lemon Drizel advances. It'll be one-on-one with Murakami and Confetti. Confetti has the advantage, has the speed, falls off the course, and the 4 of Murakami will slide to the finish. Not anywhere near the speed of the 17, but slow and steady wins the race. And it will win this heat, as we'll have another look at a disastrous finish right off the course for the 17. And Murakami certainly wasn't going to win it with the speed of that car, but gets it done with savvy to advance in group number 4. And now this is A group going to be dominated by Red Pandas Racing, Woodpecker, and Earl, and Jeff Marbin, and it is Earl who's going to advance here. That's exactly the result that Big Dave would be hoping for. As Earl, the lone driver not already in the playoffs for this team, advances into the next round. And especially because now you get to go one-on-one with Jeff Marbin, who's had a ton of issues just performing, if we're being completely honest. A significant third-place finish there, well behind the first two. So one-on-one with the 43 and the 24. A little bit of contact, easy lead, and smooth finish for the 43. Woodpecker moving on, and Jeff Marbin eliminated in the group stage yet again. Marbin is qualified for most of the races, but that is a lot of what you see. Failing to get out of that first stage. 2 out of 3 are going to move on, but Jeff Marbin a lot of times is the one that doesn't. A very rough year will continue for him as we get you to the final group here. The 9, the 86, and the 89. And a lot of contact going on. Bloodstorm is going to be the only car to finish. And, well, actually, here comes Quillo at the very end. Pretty significantly far behind, not really in that one. And Steve is in the middle of turn 2. Steve has never run a heat at this track before. Neither had Woodpecker, who just advanced. Steve trying to join that group as they were the two that didn't qualify the last time we raced here. Bloodstorm gets it done easily, and Quillo an afterthought. Who eventually, yep, there you go, slowly making their way backwards across the track. So now, Steve with a new scheme. The pink Malbound machine makes contact with the 9. Steve's in the lead. Can Steve finish it off? The answer is yes. And the 89 is moving on. Quillo eliminated here in the group stage. A bit of a surprise there as Steve gets it done. Been a rough season for Steve after a good start. Really had a hard time continuing the momentum. But both of the drivers that didn't qualify for this race the last time we were here at this track, they both will advance into this next stage. It'll be one-on-one, first to 2. Will advance into the final 6 and continue their quest for a win here. The NASCAR Discord 400. We've got Oak and Murakami that'll start it. The number 6 seed was the only seed not to advance out of the top 6. And that happened just a moment ago. Just saw it as Oak and Murakami will face off. Highest qualifier against lowest qualifier. We'll see what happens. And the first race does exactly what you would think, as Murakami actually fell off the course. Have another look, and there wasn't really much to look at. Pretty significant win, and couldn't quite see it on the frame there of what happened to Murakami, but a pretty easy win for Oak to take a 1-0 advantage and try to win it from the other lane. A lot of contact here. Side by side they go, but Oak is going to pull it out at the end. As they came out of turn 2, momentum went to the 48, who will sweep away Murakami, although you got to say a pretty good job by Murakami to advance past that group stage, being the lowest qualifier. But Oak is into the final 6 for the 3rd time this year. Pretty impressive considering we've run 6 races. They've been in the final 6 3 times. They didn't qualify for 2 races. That only leaves one of really being in the middle there. Oak, by the way, finished 5th last time we were at this course. They're in the final 6 there. Here's Nugget and Lemon Drizel, and Nugget going to pull out a win. An upset in the first heat of this group. Looked like it was actually with an assist from Lemon Drizel, who had some issues and actually kind of punted the 16 forward. Coming across the line backwards is the 17 seed from this qualifying session for today's race. Trying to sweep away Lemon Drizel. Drizel, and both cars are going to fall. Well, Lemon Drizel's going to stay where he is. The 16 ends up on the ground and out of the car as the base of the car comes through. Big contact there, and with a summer, it looked like kind of like a windmill move there from the 16. They'll have to redo it as Lemon Drizel got stuck in the first turn. Drizel's got an issue, but Drizel going to pull out a move here and get a win to tie it up and send us to a winner-take-all heat number 3. Let's have a look at it and see how it happened, because Drizel didn't have the speed. You know what? Exactly what happened was that Nugget just ran up the course in turn number 1, gave Drizel the bottom line, and made it an easy advancement there to get this one to a final winner-take-all. Let's see what happens. Drizel pulls out the lead, and Drizel going to win this one comfortably. And Nugget, after getting that first win, and it looked like Lemon Drizel was having a problem. The momentum goes to the 3 after Nugget falls off the course and then runs too high up the racetrack. And when they get back to that final third heat, where you would think that Lemon Drizel would have the advantage due to which line he's on, he pulls it out and Nugget's going home. Now Electro against Earl. Electro with an impressive qualifying run against Earl, and Earl doesn't have anything for the 93 here. The Texas Rollhouse car going to take a 1-0 lead. And when you can clear going into turn 1, it's going to be problems for the other car, and that's exactly what happened. Electro, rather, able to clear the 33 of Earl. Let's see if Earl can do the same thing. Not going to get clear, but still going to take the advantage. Here comes Electro. They almost make contact. They may have touched at the very end, but Earl ties it up. Great job by the 33. Let's see at the very end. Wonder if there was some contact made. Here they come across. And, ooh, so close. May have been just a touch on the bumper. You can see, great job of blocking by Earl. You saw Electro go to the left side, or from that last view to the right side, and Earl blocked it. And now Earl's going to take the win as Electro ends up on top of the course with 2 wheels on the course and 2 wheels off. It slows momentum, and Earl advances to the final 6. Wow, what a disaster for Electro. Had it easily. And right there, got the right front stuck, pulled the right rear onto the side of the course as well, and it just completely stalled that car. Woodpecker and Winks face off. Mentioned it briefly, Woodpecker's never run a heat at this course, failing to qualify. That was, of course, until winning the second heat of the group stage and advancing, and now taking a 1-0 lead over Winks. Let's see if when they switch lanes, Woodpecker can repeat. Not going to clear, but going to get to the lead. Winks has a problem, can't finish the course. Woodpecker sweeps and advances to the final 6. And the rise of Woodpecker continues to be significant. 3rd consecutive final 6 appearance for Woodpecker. A laughing stock of the league not long ago, now a formidable championship contender. Next up, Bloodstorm will take on the championship favorite at this point, Streamer in the 26. White and black today. Really the only car to feature multiple paint schemes regularly, and they'll take a 1-0 lead here. See a couple different cars run different paint schemes, including Woodpecker just a moment ago, and of course Steve has the pink Maobao machine today. But that's mostly something that's reserved for the 26. Let's see if he can sweep it. The answer is going to be yes, and a pretty easy sweep. I'll tell you what, I mentioned it, Streamer did not have a lot of success in the qualifying session for today's race. However, as soon as we got into the actual racing, that group stage won the first one and won it easily. And a pretty easy sweep here of Bloodstorm to get into the final 6, and that's the last thing that anybody wanted to see. Red Pandas Racing, by the way, has just become the first team ever to have 3 drivers in the final 6. And oh, by the way, they are all, they're going to be guaranteed somebody in the final 3 because Lemon Drizel and Woodpecker are facing off. But first, it's the 1 seed Oak against Earl in the 33. Oak has had a great comeback. We've said that a lot. But here, Oak flips, and Earl takes a 1-0 advantage. Oak finished 5th last time that we were at this course, making it to the final 6. trying to avoid that same fate here as the 1 seed of today's race. But Earl takes a 1-0 lead. And now Earl gets a little bit of a turn from the 48. Oak takes the lead and will hold on as Oak evens us at 1 apiece. You got to win 3 to get to the final 3. Pretty simple concept. Win 1, then win 2, then win 3, and if you make it to the final, you got to win 4. Who takes the very important 2-1 lead? The answer is going to be Earl, who will again block to the death. Great job by the 33, and we'll see it again here. Right there, and then again, Oak tried to make a move, but couldn't get clear. And it's Earl 1 away from a final 3 appearance. And it's going to happen right here. Earl wins it easily, and the number 1 seed is out of this tournament. Oak will again be relegated to somewhere between 4th and 6th. As another disappointing finish. Again, you can't overstate how well Oak has done after a terrible start to the year. But it is a disappointing finish that, for a second straight time, making the final 6 at this course and not able to do better than 4th at the best here today. Sal in the 2, Streamer in the 26th. Streamer is perfect so far today. That will end right here. Sal, oh, it got close at the end, but Sal going to hold on and win it. Let's see how close it got. Tried to move me to freezing cold takes right there. As Streamer had a ton of speed at the end. Wow, what a job by the 26, and you'll see it right here. You can feel the speed as you watch it start to gain from that 26, but not enough. Sal takes a 1-0 lead. Now Streamer, oh, a little bit of a spin, helicoptering off the course is the 2 of of Sal, excuse me. Upside down, Streamer gets the win, and we're even at 1. Wow. That one wasn't close. Obviously, coming off the course is a problem. And now Streamer is going to have another pretty significant win. And 1 away now from another final 3. The 26 team is just so consistent and so good. Won it the last time we were here. Qualified first the last time we were here. It was the first career win for Streamer the last time that we were here. And Streamer is going to go back to the final 3 yet again. And very slowly across the line is Sal, who will kind of leave this tournament with a whimper. And now a 4th consecutive final 3 for Streamer. An unbelievable amount of just pure dominance by the 26. And you wonder if OB Racing turns to something that Red Pandas Racing did, where they tried to change their technical alliances to get all of their teams in. The 93 not locked in at this point. Speaking of Red Pandas Racing, it's a face-off right here, and off the course goes Woodpecker. Lemon Drizel takes a 1-0 lead. We'll have another look at it and see what happened for the 43. And it looks like, yep, just got wild off the exit of turn 2, and that'll cost you. Easy win for Lemon Drizel. Drizel caused a caution in the final last time that we were here. Ended up finishing 2nd in that race, and now we are even at 1 as Woodpecker ties it up. The final, by the way, was also the first to go the distance to a 10th round, the equivalent of a Game 7 in NASMARB. Drizel and Woodpecker, they're side by side. Woodpecker gets the advantage out of turn 2 and is now 1 away from a final 3. Great job by Woodpecker, because that really could have gone either way. And now in this 4th race, oh, getting in front, clearing. Drizel trying to make a move. It's not going to happen. Woodpecker into the final 3. We'll have another look at it, and it all starts where you're able to just barely clear. As Woodpecker is into their 2nd consecutive final 3, and Red Pandas Racing does as good as they could have. They'll become the first team ever to have 2 drivers in the final 3. And now we'll run for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oak, Sal, and Lemon Drizel, who were the 1, 3, and 4 seeds. We'll see where they finish. Winner will take 4th, 2nd will 5th, and last place will be 6th. Sal is in the advantage early. Here comes Oak. It will be Sal for 4th. Oak is 5th, and Lemon Drizel will settle into 6th. And you see it again, a pretty easy win backwards and a lot of speed from the 2, despite going across the line backwards, and it looked like some contact at the end between the 48 and the 3 there. Coming up, though, the final, Woodpecker, Streamer, Earl. Who's going to take it home? We'll be right back after this.
Are you craving more Marvel sports? Come and join the MSW podcast on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Listen to Marvel Guy and Mr. Woff talk about all of the hottest Marvel topics. Come and explore the Marvel Sports Worldwide podcast.
Set to be a very interesting final here at the NASCAR Discord 400. There it is. First to 4 is going to win it. Woodpecker in the 43, the 26 of Streamer, who is just dominant as always, and Earl in the 33 trying to lock himself into the playoffs. Could it happen? Here we go. First heat. Streamer takes the lead. Streamer with an easy win. Both of the other 2 are going to come across the line, but well after. And Streamer with a nightmare start for Red Pandas Racing. Won it, and by a wide margin. Again, you need 4, though, and the last time we were here, Streamer got the win, but it took all 10 heats in this final. You can go up to 10 with 4 wins for the winner, obviously, and then 3 for the 2 others. And now Woodpecker going to get this one. Closer margin, but still a pretty mild and easy win there. I'll look at it. Earl not really in this one either. Streamer looked like he was picking up a little bit of speed until he hit the wall there at the very end on the backstretch, and that cost any kind of momentum that may have been there. So Woodpecker evens it. Streamer well in front here. Streamer, though, gets turned. Here comes Earl trying to make a move. It's Streamer at the line. As Earl may have been the one to turn Streamer, in fact, and that's exactly what happened. Earl trying to make moves here. But Streamer able to get back in front and then had enough speed that even though Earl found a lane, could not catch up to and pass Streamer. As you'll see it again here from the camera near the start-finish line. They went 3 wide, essentially. Just couldn't get all side by side, but a good run will put Streamer back in front. Maybe give Earl some momentum, as now this is Woodpecker. Woodpecker flips, and Streamer comes across the line first. As Woodpecker flips, and when the car went on the hood, it was a matter of who could find their way around the 43 first. The answer was the 26, as Earl got stuck. Picked the wrong side of the course to try to go to, and it put Streamer in a very favorable position. Up 3-1-0, and a chance to win yet again. You can see that's a great view right there showing you exactly what happened. And now, from the inside line, is this the one that'll do it for Streamer? Doesn't look like it will be. Woodpecker's got the lead. Woodpecker's got the win. Earl will take second by less than a car length over Streamer, who really wasn't in that one to be able to have a chance to take it. Running third the entire time. Woodpecker is now right back in this thing. Needs 2 to win it. Earl still struggling. He's going to need to win 4 out of the next 5. If Earl wants to win it, can only allow Streamer to win 1 more time. Let's see if Earl has anything right now. Instead, Streamer starts out in the lead. Streamer coming across the line backward. Streamer's going to win it again. And for the second time here at DDT International, Streamer wins it here in the NASCAR Discord 400. And you look one more time, it wasn't really close. Earl tried to pick up speed, but really just didn't have it. Takes second place there, but will only finish in third overall. You can see right there a career-high finish for Earl, a career-high finish for Sal, a career-high points for Oak, tying it. And by the way, that happened right here at DDT last time, finishing in 5th last time. Oak will take 5th here as well. Going all the way down, Neptune and Prime struggling as they fail to qualify. It's really been a fall from grace for Prime after a great start to the season. That's not the case. Here's the overall standings now. And so with 2 races remaining in the regular season, Streamer has won their 3rd race. They're in. They are up by 40 points anyway. Lemon Drizel remains in 2nd. Woodpecker is 4th in the standings, but also locked in. As you can see, Winks up 41 on the cut line. Mozilla runs in 5th. Then Quillo, Spitzer, Earl is in the playoffs right now by 6 points. Sal is +5. Bloodstorm in 10th is +4. Right now it is 1 point separating Oak and Electro because the cut line moves up to 11th. Prime is in the playoffs. It doesn't matter how far he falls. He's all the way down to 15th in the standings. But with that win, that season opening win, Prime is in no matter what, which means now those 12 drivers, or in this case, really, you're looking at 8 drivers that are still competing currently because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that are locked in, but that cut line moves from 12th to 11th, which means that Oak is up by a point, and Electro, the other member of OB Racing, maybe that's something they talk about this week in preparation with just 2 races left, try to get Electro into the playoffs with 102 points, 1 point below the cut line. 8 points back is Jack Tato, Nugget is 10 points back, then you hit Prime. 16 points back is Steve. Neptune is down 18, drop it to 23 to Confetti, and it's just 1 point separating Murakami, who runs 19th in the standings, and currently last place, Jeff Marbin. 2 races left. We are certain that was not the last drama. You'll see. It should be a fascinating last couple weeks, and then finally we'll hit the NASMARB playoffs for the first ever time. Until next time, though, I'm Ricochet, and you've been watching MSPN's coverage of NASMARB.